Marcus and Derek had been inseparable for as long as anyone could remember. College friends, roommates, partners in every late-night brainstorming session. They shared dreams bigger than their dorm rooms, ambitions louder than the streets of Boston. Marcus had ideas that wouldn't let him sleep, scribbled in a worn notebook, pacing across his tiny apartment, visions of a company that could change everything. Derek had money, not just any money, inherited, untouchable, a cushion Marcus could only dream of. But Marcus never cared. To him, Derek wasn't the rich kid. He was his brother. They spent countless afternoons walking across the campus, laughing, arguing, sketching out ideas on napkins and old folders, imagining a future that felt just within reach. Marcus would talk endlessly about the platform he envisioned, a delivery system that empowered local businesses, cut out greedy middlemen, and gave drivers a fair chance at earning. Derek would nod, sometimes adding insight, but mostly he listened. And Marcus loved that. He trusted Derek with everything, his secrets, his dreams, even the fragile hope that maybe, one day, he could escape the limitations of his modest life. Then came the night everything changed. One crisp November evening, Marcus stormed into Derek's luxury apartment, heart pounding, eyes ablaze. He threw his backpack onto the floor and opened his notebook like it was a treasure chest. Every chart, every sketch, every line of code he had imagined for months spilled across the table. He spoke fast, feverish, desperate. "This can work, Derek. I just need help, seed money, a chance to make it real." Derek listened, calm, thoughtful, nodding, smiling at the right moments. "It's brilliant," Derek said, "but I can't, Marcus. I just can't." And Marcus, though his stomach sank, believed him. He believed his friend. He trusted Derek. He had no reason to suspect that the man he called brother was already planning to take it all. Marcus left that night with a hollow ache. The words rang in his head, "I can't help you." It wasn't the first rejection he had faced, but it cut deeper because it came from someone he had given everything to.
He threw himself into work. Nights turned into weeks, weeks into months. His small apartment became a battlefield of coffee mugs, crumpled papers, and glowing laptop screens. He coded until his fingers ached, calculated until his eyes blurred, tested prototypes in silence, dreaming of the day he could finally see his vision come to life. And yet, every step forward was slowed by the one thing Marcus didn't have: money. Meanwhile, Derek moved quietly, methodically. He hired teams, polished presentations, and launched the very platform Marcus had created, Direct Route. Fully funded, fully operational. Every projection, every tagline, every line of code Marcus had poured his heart into suddenly carried Derek's name. Marcus discovered it one pale dawn, bleary-eyed, phone trembling in his hands. The headline hit him like a fist. "Lawson launches revolutionary local delivery platform." Marcus stared. His hands shook. His chest tightened. Tears formed but refused to fall. His best friend, his idea, gone. And no one to blame but the one person he trusted most. He confronted Derek. Words hung heavy in the air, unspoken tension thickening every second. "You used my idea," he said, voice low, controlled, but burning with disbelief. Derek didn't flinch. "Ideas are nothing without execution," he replied, almost casually. "Execution built on betrayal." Marcus's chest ached with a mix of heartbreak and rage. He turned and walked away, leaving Derek in his glass and marble office, feeling smaller than ever before. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But betrayal has a strange way of transforming people. For Marcus, it didn't destroy him. It ignited a fire, a determination so fierce that every sleepless night, every rejection, every setback became fuel. If Derek could take his idea and build an empire, Marcus could do the same, better, fairer, and stronger. He went back to the desk that had become his refuge, back to the sketches and the codes, back to the lonely nights that tested his body and spirit. He networked with anyone who would listen, pitched to investors who barely knew his name, faced rejection after rejection, and kept going. Every no sharpened him. Every sleepless night became proof that he could endure, that he could survive, that he could rise. And he did. Years passed. Direct route, once hailed as revolutionary, began to crumble under its own greed. Complaints poured in, drivers unpaid, businesses exploited, contracts laced with hidden fees. Derek's empire, built on taking shortcuts and cutting corners, began to unravel. Meanwhile, Marcus's company, Fairfleet, grew quietly but steadily. Drivers shared ownership, businesses had a voice, transparency was built into every line of code, integrity ran through every system. Marcus's vision, once stolen, had finally come alive. When Derek appeared again, weary and broken, forced to admit defeat, Marcus listened. "I should have partnered with you," Derek said. But Marcus didn't need vindication. He didn't need revenge. He had something Derek could never take: respect, trust, a company built on vision, resilience, and character forged in struggle. Marcus looked out over the city that morning, sunlight glinting off the glass towers, wind brushing his face, and he smiled. Ideas can be stolen. Money can buy execution, but integrity, resilience, and vision, those are unbreakable. And sometimes the fire of betrayal is exactly what you need to forge something unstoppable. Marcus had learned that lesson, and for the first time, he felt truly unstoppable.